A very good Friday morning to everyone out there. Landon here with you to bring you your weather and night forecast courtesy of Ohio Valley Insurance. Gonna have clouds on the increase as we work throughout the day, folks. We're kicking off this morning underneath clear skies. A bit of a high-level cloud cover trying to work in here, but we're going to see a noticeable uptick in cloud cover this afternoon into this evening ahead of a major storm system that's going to be impacting the Wobbles community throughout the entirety of that upcoming weekend. Let's jump over here and get a look at things in the outdoors. D93 Skycam in downtown Bowling Green. I'll be jogging downtown myself here in about an hour or so. Give a little chat about the weekend forecast with my buddy Tony Rose. And tune in there and listen into that here around the 7:30 this morning. And we can jump over and look over the Beech Tree News Skycam up in Morgantown, showcasing clear skies up in that general direction as well. But clouds will be on the increase, folks, so soak in all of that glorious sunshine and this morning while you can. Temperatures currently hanging out. We're located right around the low to mid 40s here region wide. We're going to be taking highs up this afternoon, folks, well above average yet again to right around the mid 60s. I was walking around outside yesterday, outside the Weather or Not compound here, folks. We've got some daffodils that's starting to pop up underneath our landscaping. But, you know, Kentucky weather, what are you going to do, right? But mid 60s again this afternoon, brisk southerly winds underneath an uptick in cloud cover. Should be quite nice if I'm being honest overall. Getting a look here at the latest surface map, you can see all eyes are located right there to our west. This cold front is approaching with this low pressure system that's deepening out across the southern plains. This is really going to begin to get its act together here over the next 24 hours or so and set its sights right here on our vicinity, okay? So let's jump over here. Let's take a look at that latest guidance and let's talk about what is going to be unfolding for us. Working throughout today, folks, high pressure still located over here off the East Coast. Going to bring those winds out of the south and west, all right? Then we progress throughout this evening, and then we get into tonight. This deepening low pressure system is going to jolt off to the north and east, folks, and that's going to be bringing its associated cold front in our direction as well. We are expecting initially for scattered rain showers. They could be moderate to heavy at times, arriving late tonight. And then continuing on into our Saturday, folks, and we want to keep the cloud cover and rain showers around because that'll mitigate the severe risk for later in the day. Here we are getting into Saturday afternoon. Here we progress into Saturday evening. Now, folks, keep your eyes down here on what's going to occur. The parent low is well up here into Canada, and the cold front is stretched out, but what we're going to have is a little blip of a spin up here of a secondary low pressure system right here across the Tennessee Valley. All right, so this is how the surface setup is going to look at that point in time. What's going to occur is this secondary low will spin up, dragging all of that deep moisture out of the Gulf, and then that's going to plow off to the north and east right across our vicinity. So right now we're progressing into the late afternoon through the evening hours for the highest threat of any strong to maybe even marginally severe storms that's going to come along with this. Now, not just that though, folks, wrapping in on the back side of that secondary low will be very strong northwest winds. It's going to usher in a much colder air mass as we work into our Sunday. Now, you will note here though, folks, as you can see, the cold front will be to our east by mid-morning on Sunday, but it looks like that we're going to be drying out. But during the afternoon, with lap rates picking up out of the north and west, we could see a scattered rain shower or even wintry mix or snowflakes getting involved Sunday afternoon into the Sunday evening time frame. So let's break down the timing here with a little bit better view. Here we are working into this evening around 6 p.m. and we've got this scattered activity lining out here to our west. This is going to move to the east, and by roughly midnight on, these scattered light rain showers are going to progress right across the Wobbles vicinity. We progress into our Saturday. Whenever more moisture becomes available, those rain chances will become higher as the day wears on. Here we are getting into Saturday afternoon, and from mid-afternoon on, folks, this is whenever we're going to have to keep our eyes down to our south and west. The high severe threat will be ongoing down here across portions of West Tennessee, down in the Arklatex and Mississippi region, and this is all going to be bowing up here to the north and east. The question marks remain, folks, as we progress through the late afternoon and then we get into the evening, is how much instability is able to get up here into our vicinity. And what we've been looking at from pretty much all week is that models have been hinting that it's going to be difficult to get that up here in our area. But with that being said, we're going to have to watch this very closely. It looks to congeal and line out as we get into the 7 to 9 p.m. time frame, and then very quickly that line shifts to our east by roughly 10 to 11 p.m. on Saturday night. And then opening up the door behind that, folks, stratiform rain is going to fill in as we work into our Sunday as well. It's going to be damp early on, but by mid-morning on into lunchtime on Sunday, that's whenever the initial round will be moving out of here. Then, folks, during the afternoon, model guidance won't be great at picking this up, but strong northwest winds increasing those lapse rates. Would not be surprised at all to see a scattered wintry mix developing up here in this vicinity and then tracking to the south and east, and that'll be worth keeping close eyes on with tanking temperatures slated throughout our Sunday afternoon and then especially on into the Sunday night time frame. As previously mentioned, folks, the one ingredient that we are missing from what could be a significant storm outbreak is instability. And here we are looking at the latest model guidance, folks. Here we're at lunchtime on Saturday, mid-afternoon, early evening, and then late evening whenever it gets through here. And the valuations just aren't there. We're not saying that severe weather is completely off the table. You'll see right here in just a second as we'll show you. Look at the latest from the Storm Prediction Center. We are included in a marginal risk for severe weather. That's the hunter green coloration, with the slight risk being expanded across a large portion of western Tennessee, even up to far southwestern Kentucky. All right? So the primary concerns with this weather maker as it comes through here will be a few instances of damaging straight line winds. Storm Prediction Center is giving us a 15% probability of you seeing that occur within 25 miles of you. And although lower end on the totem pole, folks, we've got just enough spin and umph in the atmosphere, maybe an isolated tornado spin up along the leading edge of that line that we were just looking at that would roll through here, right? We're looking at the models here. Our analog guidance is showcasing that as well. You can see it's blipped a little bit higher, further north with the contours here to where the highest severe weather threats are going to exist, and it still keeps that mitigated, the highest threat risk, down across far southwest Tennessee, stretching back to the Arklatex region along with Mississippi. So that'll be worth keeping close eyes on, folks. We'll be right here with you watching as it evolves and takes over here over the next 24 to 48 hours or so. Here's the good news, though. Still on the cusp, folks, of 1 to 3 inches of total rainfall. Y'all been hearing me preach all week about us being in that rain deficit. Bring on the rain. Bring on the gully washers over here. Just, folks, avoid Fairview. Don't you get near that place this weekend. We want to keep a good track record ongoing. And for those of you that know, you know, right? So let's jump over here. Let's break it down for you. The next 5-day weather forecast. We are looking at today with beautiful sunny skies this morning. Clouds on the uptick this afternoon. Southerly winds. Temperatures above average in the mid-60s. Widespread rain showers arrive overnight, continuing throughout our Saturday. Strong and severe storm risk from roughly mid-afternoon through the early part of the evening hours. Still going to be well above average in the temperature department. Then the bottom falls out. Scattered rain chances by sunrise on Sunday, taper off as the day wears on. Potential for a redevelopment of a scattery wintry mix during the day. High temperatures lodge between the low and mid 40s throughout. Upper 30s, lower 40s slated for your Monday. Underneath, sunshine taking back over. Then we'll be right back up between the low to mid 50s from Tuesday on. That'll wrap up your Friday morning Whether or Not Bowling Green weather forecast, brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Stay weather aware and locked in with us. We'll be updating the evolving potential severe weather scenario as necessary. You all have a phenomenal, blessed weekend.